Hello there, everybody. It's Tuesday, which means it's Topical Tuesday. We take a look at the subreddit over the last week for Lost Ark game. Whoa, Lost Arky. We see what's been happening. As always, I don't really post the content. I just read the content, keep you guys in the loop, and give whatever my opinion is worth to whoever watches this on the things that people are talking about. I think a lot of it's probably going to be the event stuff. Oh, looks like it's a lot of memes. Oh yeah, the bots. Let's open up some of these. Looks like it's a lot of people complaining. Unsurprisingly though, because Amazon kind of been dropping the ball. But hey, try to be positive where we can, but at a certain point, you gotta be like, what are we doing here, you know? Road to Act 3 event, unable to participate times a lot. Yeah, that seems about right. People are still very upset about this. They still haven't changed anything. They haven't mentioned anything. There was a post of, like, somebody from the Amazon team being like, what do you guys want? What do you guys want changed? Like, what's your feedback? I want to make sure I understand your feedback. And it's just like, I don't know, man. I blame the idiots that fucked up their express when Glavier come out. Now we're stuck with item level limits on events. It was me, I was idiots. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to me why there's an upper limit. I mean, I know why there is an upper limit. Don't get me wrong, right? It's so you can't just put all of the mats on, like, your main character if you wanted to do that. Even though I think if you wanted to do that, you should be allowed to do that. It would use up pretty much the entirety of the event just to get some free mats on your main character, which is like, is that really such a big deal? In my opinion, the answer is no, but the game obviously thinks otherwise. I don't know why there's an upper limit on item level. It's just, it seems so player unfriendly. But is what it is. Just remove item level limit, it does nothing but inconvenience. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think if you want to have a lower item level limit, whatever. I also think that's probably kind of stupid. And honestly, I think all express events should just increment the lower item levels, even if the rewards don't give you, like, stuff. Like, okay, say for example, this express event is for, like, 1640, and you get, like, honing buffs at 1640 up till 1660, right? Let's envision that's what this is. I still don't think the item level range should be 1640. I think it should just be a tier 3 character, a tier 3 level 50 character can use this express event, right? And they would get honing buffs all the way up until 1660, because the old systems and stuff already exist. It doesn't have to be like super juiced honing express event buffs like we used to get. It can just be like the basic shit, you know what I mean? But it's like we already have these events, why not just stick it onto that? You don't need to give any rewards for like the 1580, 1600, whatever, because that's not what the express event is focusing on. But I still do think you should be able to use it on like a 1580 and get like the 1580 honing buffs from the old express events for it. And then when that character does eventually reach 1640, then you get the 1640 rewards and stuff, you know, like the event was made for. I don't know. There's a lot they could do. It's strange to me that they don't do anything, though, and they just kind of leave it there. God damn those free taps I got my over 1661. Minus 1661.66. I'm dead. 07 soldier. I see a 1707 over there. You're already Act 3. Get over it. I do feel bad for the people with mains between 1661 and 1680, though. This is such a bizarre take to me. Like, yeah, obviously the event's not, like, as impactful for somebody in this position, right? Obviously not. But to be like, get bent, you fucking knobhead, nobody gives a shit, is bizarre to me. I don't know. It just seems like people are so willing and ready to cannibalize each other. All these posters with like 5 1680 characters upset they can't get a 6 for free. This is what I mean. It doesn't matter. It's so strange to me. Why are you blaming the people? Like, yeah, obviously, people in positions where they have multiple 1680s, it doesn't matter as much as, like, the quote-unquote target demographic, which the target demographic is completely fucked, which is the whole problem with this event. But it just, why are we cannibalizing each other? I feel like we're all players. It makes no sense to me. You see this shit in, like, every community for every game, or, like, everything ever, basically. I don't understand the mentality. We don't all have to be crabs in a bucket, man. We can lift each other up. But I don't know. We hold the game hostage instead of just letting us have an event in our favor. Why lock down everything? Make your devs and team do more work instead of just letting the frog shop reset. Oh yeah, this is in relation to when the patch came out. The first day the patch came out, they accidentally reset the frog, and they took the game down. And also, like, the advanced honing scrolls weren't working, if I remember correctly. But basically, they took down the game for, like, a couple hours, maybe, like, half a day, something like that. And this is what this thread is about, if you weren't around for that whole debacle. But they ended up just keeping the frog reset for everyone, and they fixed the scrolls, I believe. But that's what this means. It's actually pathetic how they handle situations like this. The Golden Frog did absolutely nothing to the economy, so I don't know why they felt breaking all these items was necessary. As if one more stupid relic selector does anything significant to their earnings, it's literally Fion Gate memes all over again. Frankly, they should not have extended Frog. If they didn't extend the Frog event, these issues would not have happened. Should have just let the Frog event expire. Lamau, why extend this shit? Imagine just saying, hey, no biggie, we accidentally reset more than we just had to take it. No stop. Big patch event. Frog is shitting again on player base. This company is just Riddick. A Riddick. Welcome to Lost Ark, I think sums it up pretty solidly here. I don't know. I don't think there's much worth commenting on this. It is what it is. It's expected. I don't know. So many new players with Insomnia/S. It's always funny to me. Because people, you can show people, like, the Steam chart, right? Where it's like, here, let me pull up Steam charts myself so I can better show you what I mean. Okay, so here's Steam charts pulled up myself so I can show you better what I'm gonna try to mean. Because, like, if you just see, like, the 1 week graph, like, this might look normal to you. But if you zoom it out, you can't really zoom it out. Can we do it like this? No, we can't. But basically, when it's normal, like, it looks more like this. It's not even quite like this, but this is more accurate to what it used to look like than this. Basically, during peak times, you would have a noticeable player increase, and then during down times or non-peak times, you would have a noticeable player decrease, right? And these dips were quite significant. You'd go from, like, 18k concurrent, or, like, 20k on, like, reset day, and then at the off-peak time, you would go down to, like, 7 or 8k players, right? Like, that's a massive difference between peak and non-peak. And that's, like, normal for video games in general. And even more so for a game like Lost Ark, where I think a lot of people... This game is propped up by, like, a few specific regions. So when it's peak time in those regions, obviously it goes higher, right? But this is not normal, right? Where there's no peaks. There's no, like, real peaks and there's no valleys, right? You need your peaks and valleys. The biggest drop is, like, here. Which is, like, not even really a drop. It's just, like, static. So it's pretty obvious that there's a lot of bots just by looking at the chart, not even looking in game, though if you do look in game, there's clearly a ton of bots. But it's just crazy to me how you can show people like this chart and then they'll be like, well, it's actually the free life skilling pots that we're getting. And it's just like weird. I wonder if we're gonna see any comments like that in here. I think we probably will. I remember reading this the other day. I play on any East Baltar. It's been legit black screen donut after black screen donut at nighttime recently. Bots are definitely back. Oh yeah, the loading screen of death because the servers are getting choked. The other day I was doing a Chaos Gate with my 1670 character. I was honestly shocked how many bots were inside. These guys are pushing Sorcerer spots to 1640 item level just to get them in. When they enter, they stand there doing nothing. Yeah, that's the good old days. We had a peak concurrent of 13k 2 weeks ago Monday. Even assuming this latest patch brought back some returners, it's likely a shit ton of bots. Could be the biggest bot player ratio we've had in a while. Yeah, for sure. I would imagine. 7-day graph flattened a lot. Normally you have a curve where you can instantly see its peak in nighttime. Yeah, see, okay. At least some people understand how, like, video game graphs work for, like, MMORPGs. What's this image? Holy fuck. Yeah, that's a lot of destroyers, bro. And they're all Makokos, too. I don't know, man. Bunch of fucking robots. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. We'll see if they tackle this reasonably fast, or if they just leave it. Who knows, man? Where's the communication about these issues, AGS? The event item level restriction is trashed. The frog is bugged. Boxes are bugged. Scrolls are bugged. Radio silence from you guys. True. I mean, they did make that one Discord post where they were like, I just want to make sure I'm hearing your feedback right. And it's just like, I don't know. Best part is, regarding Frog, there's nothing to fix until they broke it. True. There are obviously no issues. Lucky for them, they removed the forms early on. Not gonna lie, things like the Fion fiasco, Ignite server exploit, wrong honing books, and many other oopsies in this situation make AGS look like amateur crowdfunding company. There seems to be no quality control when they release updates, and these kind of mistakes should not happen this often. Even if they do, there should at least be immediate communication for what's going on and some apology and conveniencing a lot of the players. I mean, shit happens, right? And I think it's to be expected from basically any company, literally any company. And I say any company because you can even see this with companies like Blizzard. I know Blizzard's not like the greatest example to use these days, but back in the day, Blizzard used to be like, you know, thought of better than they are now. And even with Blizzard, big update days for WoW, new WoW expansion drops, you'd always have tons of issues. But it is, the frequency of it is definitely... You'd think they'd try to do something different to prevent these issues time and time again. But, I don't know. It's tough. I do think the frequency of the severe issues is a bit extreme. But I don't know. Maybe, for better or for worse, I'm desensitized to this kind of shit, I guess, from the games that I play. And that's probably a bad thing, but hey, I'm being honest with you right now. Anyways, I think that'll do it for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, as always. Like the video if you like it, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thank you to my YouTube members. It's Biscuits Inner Diz, Remix My Life. I'm Nufu. I love all of you guys very, very much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!